all the psychopaths seem chill. That's how they lure you in.
Well, you seem chill.
I could be a psychopath if you didn't know me. If you opened up an Airbnb door and I was on the other side of it and I was like, oh yeah, dude, it's already been booked, but you can come in and stay with me for the night if you'd like, what would you do?
Hell no.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Welcome back, all you film lovers and movie buffs. It is time for another Breadsticks take. And today, I've got something great for you. I've got something awesome. I think you're going to love it. It's a little outside my comfort zone. You know, it's not one that I normally get into, but we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about it right now. Barbarian. You've heard it. I'm sure you've heard stuff about it, right? There's a lot of buzz going on right now. It's a new horror movie. It's good. But let me preface it. Before I review this, okay? Before I review it, let me tell you, I feel like I got to give a disclaimer. I'm not a horror fan, okay? I'm not a horror fan. It's not my thing. It's not my genre. I do like dark comedies, but the early 2000s to the mid 2000s, they kind of came out with that torture horror, right? Like the Saw movies and the hospitals. And it just kind of ruined me, man. It just felt like gore for gore's sake. And I feel like that's not really horror, and it just kind of ruined me on the horror genre as a whole. So I don't do a lot of horrors anymore. But there was a ton of good buzz around this, and Kenny G was like, yo, Breadstick, you gotta review Barbarian because it's gonna be so good and people love it. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it, even though I was a little skeptical, all right? But I'm gonna be honest with you, I was pleasantly surprised. So let's talk about it. What is the movie about? You know the formula I use, what it's about, what I liked, what I didn't like, and we're going to go into a rating. So here we go. What's it about? Without giving you any spoilers, let me start out. This is a no spoiler review. I'm not going to tell you anything that will ruin the movie for you. Our main character, Tess, right, played by Georgina Campbell, she shows up. She's rented an Airbnb. She's got a job interview. It's, in Detroit. She gets there. It's been double booked. We've got another guy there, Keith, okay, who's played by Bill Skarsgard. And he's kind of the goofy, I assume, younger brother to Alexander Skarsgard, who's done a ton of great movies. Keith is already there. He's in the house. She shows up, and they decide, okay, we'll figure out what to do in the morning. It's late. It's kind of a bad neighborhood. We'll share the Airbnb tonight, and we'll figure out what to do in the morning. Weird stuff starts happening. It kind of turns into a house of horrors. So I can't give you much more than that without ruining the movie, because I feel like this is a movie you really have to go into blind. The less you know, the more you're going to enjoy the movie, I feel like. That's how it was for me. What did I like about the movie? Honestly, there was a lot to like. Number one, I talked about earlier, I'm not a fan of the gore. I don't like the gore. There wasn't too much gore. It wasn't bad. So I was really happy about that. I hate when horror movies do that. So I was really happy with the level of gore in the movie. Number two, I didn't see anything coming. But when you do movie review, like when you're a movie watcher, like I am, and a TV watcher, like you kind of get the feel for movie logistics. Like you know where the movie's gonna go. Normally in the first 20 minutes, I can tell you what's going to happen in the movie, okay? I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue what was going on in the movie. I was lost the whole time. When I thought I had it figured out, it was like 180. I didn't know what was up. And some people hate that, man. Some people hate it when you kind of subvert those audience expectations, right? When the audience is expecting A to B to Z, and you flip it around on them, they don't like it. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the constant redirection, the constant surprises that this movie provides. So that was great. Those are the two things. Well, and let me say this too. The cast was small. There wasn't a ton of people in the movie. We got Georgina Campbell, we got Bill Skarsgard, we got Justin Long. I'm not going to tell you too much about when Justin Long comes in because I don't want to ruin anything for you. But Justin Long is in this, and I normally know him from comedies. He has done a few horror movies, Jeepers Creepers, Tusk, now Barbarian. But he, to me, has always been a comedy guy, but he did great in this. I thought he was wonderful in it. So the cast is small, but everybody killed it. So those are the three things I really loved about the movie. Not too much gore, constant surprises. I just couldn't figure out where they were going. I couldn't figure out what was happening. And when I thought that I had, they flipped the switch on me. So loved that. And then the cast. The cast was great. I really felt like this was a good formula for a horror movie. Now, what I didn't like about the movie, and I only got one nitpick on this. I felt like some of the decisions the characters made were ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, without getting into too much detail, like if you find a rope in a basement and you pull on it and the secret door opens, like what the hell are you doing? Like, who rents an Airbnb and finds a secret rope door and is like, I should go investigate this? Like, I'm out, bro. Like, that's not happening. And then let's say you do investigate, right? So let's get past that first level of crazy and you do investigate. And then you find like some weird stone staircase. And like your weird Airbnb bro is like calling out your name, Breadstick, help me. I'd be like, bro, you're dicked, because I ain't going down the weird stone staircase. It ain't happening. I'm out. Like, I'm like calling Uber. I'm an Uber right out of there. I don't care what time it is. It's 2 a.m. This is Detroit. There's Ubers. I'll Uber right out of there. So that was the one thing I didn't like about the movie. Like, the characters were making decisions that I would never make. You know what I'm saying? I just would not do it. I'm not there. I'm not investigating no secret doors in Airbnbs. It's not happening. It's over. All right. That long-winded explanation. You know what it's about. Kind of. Because we don't want to ruin anything. No spoilers. You know what I liked about it. You know what I didn't like about it. Let me give you a rating. Now, keeping in mind this isn't my normal genre, right? I'm a big horror fan. I'm going to give it a 4. I really thought it was a surprise for me. I really thought it was going to be overplayed. You heard a lot of buzz about it. And normally when you hear a lot of buzz about movies, I'm kind of like, I'm not down with that. But it seems like not only are the critics digging it, but the actual horror fans, the actual guys out there going to the movies, the peeps that love horror, they're digging it too. It seems like it's just a lot of positivity. And even though it's not my normal flavor, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 breadsticks. Check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think you're definitely going to be surprised. And I think you're going to love that cast because everybody did a great job. So that's it. Barbarian. Check it out. It's streaming on HBO Max. You won't be disappointed. And that has been Breadstick's take on Barbarian.